What's up, team? Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Salabetti coming in from the HPT to break down another valuable, challenging, super productive, and effective week on this market, right? We got today's date, 7/15, July 15th, 2023. Market has been putting in work, making higher highs, pushing itself to new lengths. And us as traders have been doing exactly what we need to do, and that is identifying profitable opportunities, right? So we got Todd over here. What's going on, Todd? How was your week?
It was good. I had some little hiccups here and there, but overall decent week.
Oh, bro, I got crushed a little bit this week as well, man, and we're gonna be talking about it, but more or less, dude, what I love about being a trader is you must persevere, right? You must keep going. There's no ending, right? Like losing is not an option in this game. The only option in this game is just continuously putting in the work. And I remember we talked about this before, and I actually seen it on social media over the weekend. Was there's 5 outcomes to every trade. There's break even, right? There's small win, there's small loss, there's big win, and there's big loss. And if you can get rid of one of those, which is big loss, you will already be ahead of 90% of other traders. And and even for those just that are in competition with themselves, I actually took a rather big loss this week, and there really is no reason for that. So I want to be talking about that, and just go from there, man. We had a lot of good opportunity this week, and I actually just made a video off that the whole identifying 3 areas of value, right? Your critical levels, and letting the market paint her picture around those levels, and just trading accordingly, right? And like what the goal of that is, right? So for me, the overall goal is to use those levels as a book, or like a canvas, right? Where the market's going to paint her picture there. And based on whatever picture she paints, we trade accordingly. So, like, what was that Thursday, man? Was a perfect opportunity of that. And we had yesterday's high right here, right? This 44746, and price literally, and I love getting rid of that pre-market data because it literally shows, like, it just clears up so much. And trading's all perception. Everything is how you perceive the information in front of you, right? It's literally like people think, oh, he's a great trader. No, he's just able to cancel out all the noise in the stuff that doesn't matter and identify a profitable opportunity, right? Like it's not like, you know what I mean? Like that's why, Todd, like we talk about, how we both like to keep things very simple, right? Like I don't want it to be complex. I don't want like this crazy strategy, right? I don't want like all this like oh yeah, if these 2 indicators match up, and then this like just all this kind of like extra nonsense, bro. I don't want any of it. I want that simple um, candlestick analysis of critical levels, and just trade accordingly.
Definitely.
Like, yeah, look at
Keep
that.
it simple.
Yeah, man, keep it KISS, right? Keep it simple. keep it strategically simple.
Yeah. There we go.
Devo, what up, pimp?
What's good, Tim?
Chilling.
Yeah. Ready to get this recap, go through these trades.
Yes, sir. So basically, Darren, we were just breaking.
You live already?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Hear you loud and clear, dude. So we were just talking about how keeping it simple is so beneficial. Well, what started it was market perception. Everything is what you see it as, right? Like, in the more, like, people are like, oh, he's a really good trader. He's a really good trader. In reality, it's no, he's able to cancel out all the nonsense and trade accordingly, right? He's able to identify profitable opportunities in front of him and cancel out what doesn't matter. And this setup works perfect for it. So this was Thursday. We had previous day high, and which you guys know I have been using previous day high and low like religiously. This has been my go-to right here. Like whatever previous day high and low is, will tell me everything. Price action in these levels will tell me a lot, right? So Thursday, conditions were rather bullish, right? We were gapping up above previous day high. We were like in the middle of a rather, high uptrend. And we were presented with this opportunity right here where buyers literally defended it to the T, right? Price literally came down, touched that, got this massive wick, even on the 2 minute, right? Like, let's flip out that 2 minute.
Big wick.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. That right there is like, I'm here to play. Here, right? Let me get rid of VWAP real quick. I really want to show. Look at that. Bam. That right there was, I really liked seeing that, right? So
that was the lowest price all day.
Yeah, and now check this. Now check this out. So this is without pre-market data, right? Now with it, because pre-market data actually gave me a very good intraday level here, right? Check out pre-market high, 4479. Now, when me, so my idea here was longs above on the retest, right? And actually, I went long on this trade right here. This is where I went long, right? Because it came down, it defended this intraday level, and I was comfortable going long here. QQQ price action was much more bullish. Why I didn't trade QQQ is a mystery. Doesn't matter. But QQQ here. Watch, I just got to show you because this was one of those days where I was kicking myself in the ass because you look at QQQ's price action. I mean, pretty similar actually, but anyway, so I went long on SPY, right? So anyways, my stop loss was below yesterday's high. So once again, I got a 40-cent move here that I'm willing to. Actually, I'm sorry. What is that? That's 60. A 60-cent move, and in the pre-market plan, my target was 450. Right? Our goal here was 450. Obviously, if conditions changed, that analysis would have changed, but that was my overall goal. Now, what I really want to talk about here though was trade management, right? Because this is so important. So trade management is the ability to basically stick to your analysis and go, hey, my stop loss is down here. Now, the reason my stop loss is down here is if price action comes down here, conditions are changing to bearish. As long as we were holding yesterday's high, I had to remain somewhat bullish. But what really hit me here was we kept defending this intraday level. Look how many times we ran into this. This is the 5 minute. Let me whip out the 2. We hit this level so many times. And this is what I love about trading. Because you guys have heard it before. If price action hits a level 3-4 times, usually it breaks, right? Like sooner or later, it's going to snap through. And I remember thinking that, like right here on this candle, I was like, oh man, like this hurt, right? Because we were literally coming up to a high of day. We ripped right into this candle. I think Darren, we were working together on this. Like I was like, oh, here we go, rips right up, and then we get this nasty rejection. Look at this, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10 different times. But buyers kept holding this level. Now, what I did over here was I whipped out the 1 hour. Right, and this really has been helping me big time with trade management, is you whip out the 1 hour, and it really helps you get an overall idea of the momentum of the market and will keep you from getting stomped out, right? So basically, what the 1 hour looked like at this point was this, right? We got this.
Right there.
Exactly. We got this really large Bayesian candle, hammer candle, whatever you want to call it. But what this candle tells me is that buyers are eating up all the sell orders, right? Like, and once again, we talk about this all the time. Use larger time frame analysis candles. Look at them as if they're the 2 or 5 minute. And and you will trade with conditions so much better. Like so this is like, hey, we're holding above an intraday level. We got this large green candle, and then we got this candle. I was like, you know what? My stop loss is down here. I'm riding this out. Is what it is. And it was one of those things where I literally held through all this. I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm holding. And I heard this thing. It made a lot of sense. The person I heard it from said, you never get smarter than once you enter a trade. Like, all your analysis you do prior to your trade, you're never going to make, like, you don't make smart decisions while you're in the trade. You make them before the trade. You know what I mean? Like, all the bad decisions come from emotion while in the trade. So this was a really good example of just sticking to my analysis, and it got ugly. I mean, look, so we broke above this, right? And this is when we got this large volume. I was pumped right here. But time decay, I was only up around 12% on my trade right here. I got in here, bought in the money contracts, and even after this large move, I was only up like 12%. Like, I wasn't up, what is this? It's almost $1 move. So I wasn't really up. And then this happened, and I actually got red right here. And this is what's about options trading, right? Because I got in here. Price is still well above my entry, but I was down like 12% right here.
Oh man,
yeah. But so check this out, though.
I'm a futures trader, so you know.
Yeah. Todd's like, you must be something's wrong with you to do. Put yourself through something. Why you? Todd's like, shit. So, but check it out. My stop loss is still down here. Like, nothing matters at this point. I'm like, it is what it is. This is my analysis, because this was one of my better trades this year, right? I crushed this trade, right? This trade came out to do really well. So basically, though, I'm still holding, and buyers soak all this right up. And then once we break this level, I actually added to my position right here, right? I ended up having 15 contracts right here, bought 10, bought 5. And then we got this, right? And then price, once we rallied above this, I just felt extremely confident. And I was like, this is what it is. I'm trusting my analysis. And price literally rallied right into our target of 450. And it was just a phenomenal trade. And this was what I was so proud of this trade, though. And I think Darren wrote it in the Discord, is we rarely hold trades this long. Rarely.
dude, it was crazy.
Rarely. But it's so important to stick to your script, because if I just got out up here, I would have made, let's just say 20% return. I ended up making almost, I think it was like 170% on a very large trade. So this trade was 15 contracts. So like it was, this was a very good trade. I posted in the Discord my entries on the option chart, and it was phenomenal. And I was so proud, though, of the fact I didn't let P&L dictate my exit. So this is exactly where we're headed to become, consistently successful traders.
Yeah, you were probably watching the 5-minute.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Josh, you were watching the 5-minute. Like, once you get in a trade, you watch it on the 5-minute, right?
Yes, 100%. Once I'm
That's been a huge one for me.
Yeah, once I'm in a trade, it's 5-minute only.
Yep.
And and that right there will. And Todd, remember you were saying the last 30 seconds of that candle will tell you everything.
Yep.
And that's what was going on here. And then it's break and retest all the way up, guys. You know what I mean? And I mean, we talk about this all the time. So now once I'm above this 44880, now I've moved my stop loss literally up to where does price need to go for me to get out? and in this case it was 44860, and then we kept just bringing it higher and higher, right? And then we just kept holding. Then you get this right here. This area is where all sellers start getting stomped out. This is the money shot. This right here is the money shot. I mean, we get a $2 move, and it was really good though. I was really proud of just sticking to the analysis.
Yeah, I see why you got in that early. So I actually waited until we broke above that whatever that I did it on QQQ. Yeah. So whatever that level we were knocking into, and then we went over and we did a break and retest. But I see why you got in that early because
look how clean.
Because we had been. Oh man, that was perfect. Yeah. But the thing was, what's that?
Yeah, was that 377 on that break and retest?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
But what was crazy about that one is the retest was not like I entered really quick on the retest.
Yeah.
I didn't wait for
this
I think I spotted it. Yeah, I spotted it on the 2 minute, like right there. And I think the reason was because it was so late in the day. I just wasn't willing to wait for a retest. I was just like, I'm getting in it now. But
and remember, Darren,
but it was price action.
Well, exactly, and remember, you told me before. It's hey, price has entered past a critical level. I'm willing to risk 20 cents here to capture this move. That's what you were thinking. You know what I mean? It's conditions were getting very bullish. We had market leading equities that were crushing it. Things were bullish. And you're not always going to get a perfect retest, right? And I guess...
you're not. But the thing that I did have, though, is I had that critical level.
Yes.
I had that exact level that we had bounced off multiple times. So I was willing to risk, even zooming in on the 2 minute, I was willing to get in that trade and be like, that is my stop. Like, that is where I want to see buyers defend. And we never even came down and tested it. I got in as soon as I saw a wick on the 2 minute.
Well,
and
check this one out right here. That right there would have been my entry. That guy.
It was.
Yep.
It was, and then I saw that next, 2 candles later, there was that nice one with a wick, and the rest was history.
Well, and just look at how the 2 minute validates this break and retest so well. Like, it's just, and honestly, Darren, your ability to wait and be patient on this trade paid off big time. See what I did.
2 days earlier, I got smoked by rushing my trade. So I'm not doing that today.
Exactly. and that's the thing, and that's what's so great as a trader, right? Like, what can I work on, right? So even though this trade of mine was a slam dunk, I was so proud that I was able to add to my position versus getting out. But how could I have done this better, right? And the moral of the story is I mean, for me at least, I'm more focused on what I did right here. I want to really, I want to really, just beat into my mind, hey, I had a plan, I stuck to it, and it paid, right? Like we were talking about in the beginning, keeping it simple is so important. Darren, that trade is beautiful. And what I love about this trade is so simple. So simple. This is our bread and butter. These are my favorite trades right here, is break a critical level, trade with trend, right? Like, once again, the old Josh used to take this short, right? Double top, short. And now we're going, hey, conditions are bullish. Where's the best place I can get in to extract money out of the market?
Yeah. My key takeaway from this trade is there was so many opportunities to enter and exit trades and make money this day. We did it 2 different ways, but what we did do is we had specific criteria, which we waited to see to enter, and then which we needed to see before we stopped out.
Yes.
And I think that's the important part is you can do it whatever way you want as long as you have specific things you're watching that's saying, if this is invalidated, it's no good, I'm out.
Right.
And we both did it in different ways, but we still obeyed those same rules, the same criteria.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And just really, and that's what I just want to keep doing is figuring out things to work on them, get them done, and just keep pushing forward.
Well, I took that trade at 8:30.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell
Let's
you,
check that out.
I know it. I trade futures. Whoever's listening, so it's a little different than options.
I'm gonna pull that up.
And why I took this trade, that when and y'all know I trade on 2 minute, and when that thing is red, because that bottom and tail bar was red, all the way red first, and then I see it flip green, I enter long right off of that.
So
when
this
the red bar, yeah.
When this turned green.
Yeah, right at it. Was it not? It's 9:30 y'all's time. It's 8:30
Oh,
my
okay,
time.
yeah. Okay. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See that? As you're watching that bar, it's red.
Yes.
And then as the 2 minute goes, it turns green. I call that a bottom and tail torpedo because it turns green.
Yep.
And I enter right as it turns green.
Yep.
And I got like 28 points on NQ on that.
Well, think about it. The last 30 seconds. Remember we were talking about that? The last 30 seconds of these candles are everything. See, hindsight, looking back, it's like, dude, how did you not know, right? But in reality, like Todd just said, at one point, this candle was completely red. Completely red. Large red. So you're going, you're getting a massive red candle right here. You don't know. You don't know this is going to change and be bullish, right? You don't know, right? You're looking at a massive red candle. So the ability as a trader, because anyone could look back on the week and go, oh, simple. Oh, look, perfect. Right? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, slam dunk, right? But in reality, this candle was dead ass red, large. And Todd demonstrated the ability to be patient and wait until this flips green, and within that split second, he puts on risk and takes the trade all the way up. That right there is what becoming a successful trader is, right? I just really want to break that down because, for everybody watching or anyone that watches any other trader, coach, guru, whatever, understand what we're really talking about here. Anybody can go back and go, hey, yeah, I took the futures long here. But what Todd's breaking down here is that this candle was completely red. He was able to identify the volume, right, at the open, and patient. And so at first he's looking at it and it's bearish, and then in a millisecond he's able to go, oh nope, bullish conditions. I'm gonna adapt and take this long, and caught a massive move up.
Yeah, that's just showing you buyers are here today.
Yes.
Bulls are strong today. Mm-hmm. When you see something like that.
Well, and that's.
But it was off end of day, or it was off yesterday's highs, right?
Yes. Watch.
That's probably one of the main reasons you took it too.
Yeah,
it was
because check it out. Even, let me see right here. Boom.
I guess he was on an NQ, so it probably looked a little different.
Way different. Yes, good, yeah. And so once again, using a critical level here. Oh my God, NQ was perfect. Using a critical level here to break through and get a slam dunk trade. I mean, and this is the thing. What do you need to see from price action to understand who's in control, right? I mean, we're getting multiple levels. Prices continuously making higher highs, right? This is how, because there's no right or wrong way to trade. At the end of the day, we're looking for areas to put on risk, right? So based on what's in front of us, right, we put on risk. And what's really been helping me, right, is these larger time frames, right? So before I get into any trade now, I need to see strength on larger time frames, right? And that's what we've been getting, and that's what we've been looking for. No trade's gonna line up perfect, right? Your ability to look at a chart, right, Darren, we were talking before. one of your first times you looked at a chart, you looked at a break and retest and thought it was a zigzag, right? Well, the first time I looked at a chart, I didn't even look at the chart. I looked at the RSI. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, when I first started trading, I was immediately looking for the easiest way to do it. Immediately. Right? It was like, all right, I'll never forget, because the first video I watched, it was some guy talking about options. He was going, listen, as long as you use the RSI and you buy low, you sell high, you're good. Right? And
this dude needs to be stopped.
Exactly.
This dude needs to be stopped. He's leading people astray.
Well, 100%. And what he's doing, though, dude had over 100,000 subscribers. What he's doing is offering bad intel, but it's an easy way. Right? People want easy. Now,
actually, that's fine. That's fine though.
Yeah,
because I need to make my money somehow. So
well, so now this is the thing though. You get some good traders that show up to the market daily, and you talk about it. And now we still have a simple way. It's just based on correct intel. It's based on critical levels. It's based on candlestick analysis, right? And risk reward. Like that. Buyers defending that previous day high was beautiful. And then the next day, right? Like this doesn't always work, right? Now check this out. This day, let me just get rid of some of these lines here because it's getting excessive. So this day, right? You got end of day right here, and we defended previous day high here. I took this long. This was still a $1 move to the upside. My target was a little higher, so I wasn't able to get out correctly at this time. I could have done much better using candlestick analysis. And now let's talk about this though, because the day before I caught a $3 move on SPY. Did this alter my expectations a little bit? Probably. You know what I'm saying?
It could have.
100%. So after holding for 6 hours this day and making 200%, now I'm presented with a very similar strategy, a very similar opportunity. Take it, right? And I'm up around 30% here, and I don't take it because I'm going, hey, my target is, I think it was like 453 or something. And but once price did one of these, I was out. And Todd, this is where that whole green bar ignored really comes into play, and red bar, those RBIs and RGIs, because
I see that,
because this right here saved me, right? Because what do I need to see to hold this trade longer, right? And in reality, this right here was telling me buyers showed up, but were completely disrespected. And this right here was sellers just taking over the market. 3-bar play to the downside. This should have been an early indication of bearish conditions, but I was only seeing green right here because I was in a long trade.
Me too.
But I was able to go, hey, this is done. I'm going to get out unscathed. And that's what we were talking about this morning, where there's 5 outcomes to every trade. Break even, small win, small loss, big win, big loss. And your ability to identify, hey, this isn't going my way, I'm out, is going to save you a lot of money. And that's why I love your strategy, Todd, because you have no time to make a dumb trade. No tolerance.
No tolerance.
Your next candle, you're out. And that's something... Yep. It's a little different for me because I trade options, and the only reason I say that is my buying power doesn't replenish after every trade. So I have to be a little more married to the plays that I make. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I actually don't think it is, but I love that mentality you have where you give it no play. It either goes your way or it doesn't.
So the green bar ignored is just like in an uptrend. If you have a green bar and the next one right after it engulfs it, that's what you consider a green bar ignored.
Well,
yeah, in an uptrend, you got higher highs and higher highs, higher lows.
Right.
So every low is higher. And then when we came down, we got that higher high. We came down and we couldn't make that higher high.
Right.
Yep.
Now I'm looking for GBI on the downside. That's green bar ignored.
So
Okay.
On the downside.
So once you can't make a higher high, this comes in effect.
Right.
Because
Yes.
That's when I go to my
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And once again,
I'm trying to catch the first higher low or short the first lower high.
right. I think let me see something here.
So do you
Like check this out.
actually use that as an entry, or would that be just like a confirmation that your trade was like to close your position,
Well,
basically get out?
Both.
Yeah.
It's both.
Right.
I'm long right there when it pulls back.
Yeah.
On top of that red with the green, and then it stops me out. I immediately switch
Right.
like that. But I'm trading futures, so
Yep.
I play longs and shorts every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what you're looking for, though. Like,
That's what I'm looking
so
for.
you're long right here. Something like this happens, and I guess this is where, because one thing I like.
See, that's a break and retest to the long. I'm taking that long all day. That green above that red, right there where you got that circle.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, right here. Yes.
It's an attempted break and retest,
Yes.
but failed.
I'm taking that.
Yeah.
I'm taking that all day. But my stop is right there where my entry is short.
So you're hopping in this, goes against you.
Mhm.
You're out right here. Boom.
Right. Now I'm looking for
Short play.
GBIs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is right here.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can remember what I was thinking when we saw that green bar ignored. I saw that, but I kind of forgot about what we talked about.
It's
So I'm seeing a green bar ignored, but what I am looking at is all of these wicks to the downside, because I'm long here, and I only stopped out when we were like 450.84, like where your cursor is, like right now.
Yeah.
But what I was looking at was all those wicks to the downside, and that was just my subconscious mind trying to protect me from pain and just showing me everything that was in my direction, like what was going in my direction, you know? Whereas I should have been perceptive to that green bar ignored there, but I guess I forgot about it.
Well, it's not even that you forgot about it. What it is our brain looks for evidence for everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys, so I'm just going to speak on myself real quick, but anytime I'm in a long position, I am constantly looking for reasons to get out or reasons to stay in. I am constantly looking, hey, if this chart ain't bullish, I'm on the 15. If this chart ain't bullish, I'm on the 1 hour. If this thing ain't bullish, we got a problem, right? So we should never get this far, right? So as a trader, right, we got to understand this is how our brain works, right? It takes time to change your ability to perceive this market information, right? That's the only way I could say it. It takes time for us to be able to remain objective, I guess, right, is what I'm trying to say. So while we're developing those strategies and the way we perceive the market auction, while we're developing that, what I'll call wisdom, I call it calculated market wisdom. While we're developing that, we got to keep our hard stops in. We got to, just protect ourselves, right? I made a rough trade this week, where I wasn't able to get my hard stop in because of my inner bitch. I didn't want to put it in. I was like, I thought I had it and I paid for it. And I really want to stress. Okay, so I've been trading for 3.5 years, maybe even 4. And I just want everybody to know, right? These things happen, dude, right? But you have to acknowledge them, right? Like I took a big loss on Monday. It was $678 looking at my journal. And, and yes, I've sized up. I can come up with any excuse in the world for it, but at the end of the day, I need to have systems in place to protect myself, right? And this is what's important, because it's going to take time for us to be able to be so objective where price action in front of us is non-biased whatsoever, right? And just you got to protect yourself, and that's all. That's it, and that's why, Todd, I love your strategy where you give this no wiggle room, dude. You and I'm looking to adopt a very similar mentality, because if you get rid of those large losses, you're setting yourself up. And I just want to get my mind to the point where I'm only making moves in critical areas, which I know I'm there, but I want to only make moves where, like we talked about, that the move's happening here. Whether it's up or down, I'm not sure, but the move is happening here, and that's what I think we really do. With these, we identify these critical points, yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, end of day, and we trade accordingly.
Yeah, another reason that I was taking that short is because I know y'all heard me talk about the pivot point. It was right at a pivot point on the Qs. So,
yeah.
That was basically buying the top if you was buying it there,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I use those as targets.
And so let me. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. So real quick though, I want to bring back something real quick. So let's talk about QQQ over here real quick. Check out the lower high here on QQQ.
That's it.
Now I want to ask you guys something. So considering we are in a pretty large uptrend, right? And maybe this is, maybe this is a dumb question. I'm not sure. But we're in a very large uptrend, right? I'm just going to get rid of that trend line because that does no justice. We're respecting end of day. Look at this. Oh, I can't believe I missed this, dude. Look at this end of day rejection here on the Qs. Jeez. So anyway, my bad. So price rips past yesterday's high. We rip up. We come down. We consolidate. We make a lower high, right? This is another reason I got out of my trade on SPY. But what do we need to see to start going, hey, I'm bearish? Because we're well above end of day. We're well above yesterday's high, right? Like what do you guys really look for here to go, hey, I don't want to trade with buyers anymore? Like, I don't know. Like, is it the lower high? Is it maybe right here? I guess for me it would be once we couldn't hold this point. I don't know.
To me, when we get, the more steepness you get, the bulls,
yeah.
the more steepness it's gonna be coming down.
Yeah.
So, I watch a guy on YouTube sometimes. He said, imagine the sun in the right corner of your screen, and what is receiving the sun? Is it the green bars or is it the red bars? And that's who's in control at that moment. And I bet if you pulled the fibs from that top to that bottom of that pivot, I bet it's 160.
Yeah, yeah, the fibs, yeah, absolutely.
And you get that. I try to keep it simple, like you said. You can't make a higher high, then I'm bearish.
Yeah, right. I right here is definitely my point of bearishness, and and once again, this comes with being patient and letting the market paint our picture, right? Like, it's literally QQQ end of day. We rip, we roar. This is definitely a good entry for me to the long side. Once we break this right here, I'm now going, hey, sellers are here. I'm going to be patient though. Wait for that lower high, and then maybe start trading. And this is why, once again, I love our strategy and our way of trading, because it definitely makes you more disciplined. It makes you patient, because now my criteria needs to be met, and until it is, I'm not making any trade.
I think QQQ was tougher to make trades yesterday because it was so much higher than end of day and previous day high.
Yeah.
The S&P was rejecting prior day's highs pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
And basically it was not really showing strength at end of day. Well, I guess it did. It did initially.
Yeah.
But yesterday's highs it sold off at and basically I don't know, that was kind of an indication for me. There's like a mini Head and Shoulders.
Well, this is the thing. I took this trade long, right? This is one of my bread and butter setups, right? I took this trade long.
I did too.
And yeah, and it's in reality it is what it is, right? This is gonna happen. Right? Like, we defended it. We got this beautiful wick right here. This right here was telling me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in this, I'm long. And then boom. Got stomped out. And I just want to really be like, that's fine. That's gonna happen. That must happen for you to become a successful trader. If you can't deal with something like this, you're never gonna make it.
Yeah, I agree. Yesterday was a tough day to trade, especially after everything this last week of like ripping.
Yeah.
It's like the stuff that's been programmed into your mind with like end of day, pre-market high, end of high of day. All of that stuff was kind of disrespected. But I mean,
yeah.
This is why you have stop.
I don't know. It's what you talked about before, Darren, with the variance. Right? Like
exactly. Yep.
The trades aren't going to always be these perfect setups. And that's why I love the 5 minute. And that's why Thursday I was so excited and because I was able to really hold through this. And did I let maybe this affect my expectations? Absolutely. But am I aware of that? Absolutely. Now this is what is important. It's not the behavior that's overall the most important, because you can change your behavior. It's your awareness that's important.
Yeah, that's huge.
You know what I mean? Like just being aware and going, hey, I let this affect my expectations. Now next time, maybe I'll be aware of it, maybe I won't. But sooner or later, my brain is going to mold into being able to remain objective each and every single day on the market. And I could just already see so much just so much more objectivity going on. Like I remember
so much more money going into my account.
Yeah. So let's talk.
Josh,
talk to me.
Can I show you something real quick on the Qs on Friday?
Absolutely, QQQ.
Yeah, on Friday.
Yeah.
On the 2 minute. If you can, put the pivot points and the person's pivots on there, and you're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Let me pull them up. Pivots. Person's pivots.
It's been a while since I pulled those up.
I know. Let me see.
It was a time when I checked them out, but they're for the futures and
Look at those red.
Oh,
that's perfect.
Oh, come on, both of them? No way.
Yeah, that made a perfect zone right there. Yeah, that's beautiful. Wow.
That's beautiful.
What do you do? Goddamn.
Well, you know what? And this is another thing. Simplicity. It's key, man. It's key.
Where do they get those things from?
They come from I don't know. I looked it up. It said they come from specific open and closes of other candles. Probably the daily time frame.
How does that top one have anything to do with an open close of anything?
Maybe from the past. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a formula that it pulls off the previous day.
Yeah, it's some sort
of the previous day, or like way back where those previous highs were.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's got something to do with average true range of the previous day.
Oh, so it pulls the range out too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Now, Todd, are you you're still using these?
It basically picked both of those tops,
Yeah. Well, it did. What it's doing though is generating like we just said, a possibility based on the ATR, which is how much it moves, which is definitely beneficial. Yeah, that hit him perfect. That lower high, perfect. And, and once again, this is a tool that generates opportunity. Everything in front of us is opportunity. And I just want all of us to continuously look at the market as nothing other than opportunity. I used to look at the market as like anxiety. I have to figure it out. What's going on? I need to be able to see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Once you can look at the market and just see opportunity, not fear, not anxiety, not anything else other than opportunity, then you're just going to flow in and out of trades effortlessly, right? And whatever you're using, like, I'm not even trying to hate. You can use anything, any indicator you want. If it is helping you identify market information properly, good. That's it, man. At the end of the day, we need to make money. And how you do that, I will never knock. How anyone does that. It's all about just identifying the information in front of you and getting to it, man. Look at this on a larger time frame, though. How awesome is this, guys? Like literally.
Bull run.
Yeah, man. Like, we are breaking retesting to the upside, big time. We got a large rejection Friday. Now let's take a look at the S&P on the weekly time frame, because I bet here. Yeah. So once again, this is a little tool I use here. Let me just get rid of all these real quick, because I want to show you guys something cool. So you guys know how you can't trust the first 3 minutes of a 5-minute candle, right? Can't.
Nope.
You also cannot trust the first 3 days of a 1 week, right? Candle. Now, what I love about this is all the candlestick stuff, kind of all the, like, whether it's the 1 minute, 5 minute, or the 1 week, it's all very similar. So we have this supply zone up here at 450, right? We rip into it and we got a little rejection. Now this is still extremely bullish, 100%. But I just want everybody to go, don't just assume things, right? Just wait for the last 30% of that candle, whether it's a 1 month candle, 1 week, 1 day. Because the other day I was in a trade and I pulled up the daily time frame. Oh, it was this day right here, and it was completely red, right? But we were still holding above this 444 area. So even though this candle was completely red, I was like, you know what? This may turn green, right? So just be aware of what candle you're looking at, because if we got a gap up here. This candle's fully red. This could turn, if you're looking at this, you could be faked out. Just remember, what you're looking at may change. It's really important to do that. You know what I mean? Just, but look at, we got a lot of gaps going on over here. Look at this. Gapping up.
I am noticing that there's a lot of action in pre-market these days.
Yeah.
Kind of chopping up the chart a little bit.
Absolutely. And look at this, though, man. Our strategy, our philosophy yet remains the same, right? And, and I love, I guess I'm going to say it one more time, use these larger time frames as 5 minutes. If this was a 5-minute chart, this is your entry, right? And, I mean, and I really might start swinging, guys. I swung some options into Friday and crushed it. Like, I may or may not start or open a swing account just to implement our strategy on larger time frames and see how well it works. I mean, because I know it will. I mean, if you were to buy, hey, Todd, let me ask you this: can you swing futures contracts?
You can, but you got to have it costs a lot more to swing them.
Okay, that's what I heard. Yeah. I heard you could hold them.
It costs a lot more.
But
yeah, if you got money to play with, that's what I would be doing if I had,
really,
30, 40 grand.
really.
You
So
know?
so those contracts just have more time, so they cost more, right?
Yeah, you got to pay to hold them overnight.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Normally they all end at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, but you can't swing them, but you got to pay for overnight.
Really?
Oh, it's different.
So do you pay before you put the trade on or after?
Me, I pay as soon as I buy or short.
No, I'm saying say you wanna swing trade some contracts. Do you make that decision before you enter and then pay more for the contract, or is it like an opportunity?
Yeah, you pay at the end of the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So at the end of the day is when the money exchanges, sort of thing. Like, so
right. As soon as the bell goes off at the end of the day, you got to pay. If you're still holding, then that comes out.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, I always want.
And I mean that's the way a lot of big money players. That's what they do. They swing futures.
Yeah, they're swinging big contracts.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, you gotta pay.
Yeah,
you gotta pay to play.
That's a fact, 100%. Yeah, well, and it's kind of similar with options, because if I wanna swing trade options, I need to buy the contracts that expire next week versus tonight. So it's
right.
And those options are like, in the money. 0-day options are around 100 to 150. Those are going to be 350 to 500, based on how long or how much time you want on them. But overall, I was, this week presented a lot of opportunity. I mean, looking back at it.
Can we go over CPI? Can we go over CPI day? I want to know what you guys did.
Oh yes, let's do that. Which day was that? Hold on, this day.
CPI already. Yeah.
Wednesday.
What was it? Wednesday.
It was,
yeah. I caught this. I caught that in pre-market.
Okay.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you played.
Did you go like right at 8:30, or did you wait till it pulled back a little bit?
No, it was. I actually sent Josh to trade.
Yeah.
In the profit loss section.
Yeah. Hold on. So let's talk real quick. 8:30 is right here. Boom. Right. Todd, you did from here to here, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that.
Yep. Yep. That's what I got right there.
That's how you trade it, right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah, those inflection points. Oh, was it off the retracement? I'm trying to figure out your entry.
Yeah, the green bar took out that red, and I was in.
Hold on, hold on. Wait, which green bar? This one?
That one right there. When it passed that top of that red one, I was in. The first green one taking out the first red one at the top of the red.
Oh, right here. Boom.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's one. See, Todd, your candlestick analysis is phenomenal, because you identify the volume, you identify a large move, and then you right here you're patient, you're not doing nothing. Like right here, it means nothing to you, right? And then you start to see this, and you're like, okay, what do I need to see to be bullish right here? Breaks this, you're in, and then you're out. Boom.
Yeah, those long wicks to the downside, they never actually hold on they never hold a red candle. It's just like a massive wick just like appears.
Oh yeah, this right here, yeah, that means nothing.
I guess that's what happened right there.
Yeah.
But what was crazy about pre-market is there was these 3 inflection points. So like I guess that green candle where you entered, or so that one you've got there.
This one right here.
And then pre-market high, yeah, that. And then pre-market high. And then the bottom of that green one.
Yeah. Ready? Hold on. Let me put this right. Like that, right?
Yeah. So those 3 inflection points provided all of the points that I needed to trade the rest of this day. Like, those were all I used.
Yeah.
And then I waited all the way until we came down until 444.97. And then I saw that the inverse head and shoulders there.
Yeah.
and that's why I went long there. And I only held up to that second mark there, or the middle.
Right.
I only held to the middle one. Yeah, I held till there, which I made 50%, but it wasn't crazy. But I guess I saw the buying in pre-market, and honestly, I'll be honest, right there is where I was like, I think I want to look to play long. Like if we come down to a critical level and we see buyers, I want to play that long.
Yep.
And I don't know. I kind of ignored that big selling right there.
Yeah, well, and so any CPI days, and I put this in the Discord, is when you are gapping up large, you're in like no man's land, right? Because there really wasn't any like supply demand, like no large time frame zones this day, right? Or maybe there was, but I didn't really use them. What I did was very similar to what you did, Darren. I waited for this market to play out, right? And then once we got this area right here, we were, buyers were defending it. Volume started to peak up a lot. And once the market looks like this, I go, hey, what do I need to see for longs? Like which level? So if I'm playing short, right, I want to see rejection right here, right? But if price doesn't reject here, then I'm looking long now. Like we were talking about before, you identify that area that's the breaking point, right? If sellers defend here, this thing's going to tank, which they did at first, but buyers held strong. But if buyers defend right here, we could see a move right back up to the next critical level. So very similar here. We broke this level, came down. I went long on this candle right here. And then this was just a hold. All the way up to just break and retest all the way up to 44671. We cannot break this, and bam, got the little fake out right here, and then we went out. But where I got my exit on this trade was, once again, which area needs to break for me to remain bullish, right? Which was this level. If we broke this level, we'd have went in the high of day, right? But we didn't. So, bam.
Oh, that's the day there was the perfect bull flag under that critical level.
Yes, right here.
Yeah,
look.
It was. I don't know what you have it on. Oh, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you zoom in on there, it was like a perfect bull flag under that level. Like I almost was looking to capture an end of day move there, and all of a sudden, in like 2 candles, it was just totally the other way. Sellers came in,
and all that is right is a critical level to the downside now. And I remember looking at the 1 hour. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, 1 hour. I was like, there's no, like, if this large red candle, I'm like, there's no way this is just going to remain ignored, or there's a high probability that it won't, right? Large red, literally.
No follow through.
Yeah, and then bam, it got a little selling, but and look at another thing I use that 1 hour is I'll grab the bottom of the 1 hour here, make a little zone out of it, right? Bam.
Nice.
Yeah, and just just little analysis like that, right here, where, like, once again, what do I need to see to remain bullish, and what do I need to see as a seller? And that's what's important. Like we were talking about earlier, we must be able to literally adapt to price action in front of us like that, right? So what level do we need to see defended or not, or disrespected, right? And this happened to be the level 44671. This seller was large here. This seller, guys, I'm sure you remember when this broke this level, this thing tanked. This thing literally sold. I think. Oh, hold on. It was QQQ I traded this day. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me show you guys something real quick. So QQQ was the trade I took, but it was very similar, right? So let me just get rid of this. Yeah, because QQQ was like, look at, once we broke this level here to the downside, 37257, we tanked. But
short all day.
yeah, that was nasty. I actually was in a long here, but I had my hard stop in. Thank God, because this would have hurt very bad, and that's why those hard stops are so important. But then my next trade was right here. Hold on, let me whip out the 2 minute, and it was literally okay. So I had this open candle, and I'm like, what do I need to see to become bullish versus bearish, right? So we get this large sell-off. So in the event sellers are in control, we're going to come up to here and come literally, we're going to come up into this 37182 area, which was the open candle. And for me to be bearish, I'm looking for sellers to defend this. But if they don't defend it, that means I'm now bullish. So price literally drips way down, comes up. I'm looking to go short, but we get this guy, right? And then this was my, hey, I'm going long. My stop is below this level because this is, so in the event buyers defend this, break and retest to the upside, right? So
that's actually very nice.
Yeah, so
that's really nice.
Yeah, so once again, if then, right? If this happens, then this. If this happens, then this, right? So this was the trade I was able to take all the way up to 37342, which was a slam dunk move here.
And it's way better than SPY.
Yeah,
SPY was just not making an aggressive move.
Well, and then and look at all these levels though that you can play, right? So now, and QQQ has been really clean lately. I've been really sticking to the NASDAQ because, I mean, it's just it really respects the break and retest very well. It's, if you ask me, it's a little less choppy. So and look at this move to the downside though. I can't believe I missed this. Once I went long, I seen immediately. You guys know how that goes. So,
Oh, this break and retest.
Yeah, I look at this, dude.
God damn.
Yeah, so I went long. I think I went long right here, right? We were defending this level, candle, long, wick, double top, right? Break through it, comes up, retest.
Dude, I play that play damn near every day on futures on a 2 minute chart.
Yeah.
Damn near every day I play that.
Yeah. I love this play.
That exact play, right? You mark where it comes that low and can't make that higher high.
Oh, bro, that's the money shot.
Dude, I play that every day almost, it seems.
Yeah, bro, and that's this trade right here is what consistent, profitable traders make because this trade happens daily. This trade happens daily, no matter the condition, right or wrong. This last 2 years, this setup has been happening. Last 100 years, probably. This is literally a setup for the books. Like I said, I'm
looking for that every day.
I've seen this setup in my equity curve, right? It's crazy. Obviously,
let me know what I should buy,
bro. Obviously, mine was to the upside. I'm just kidding. No, I've seen it both ways.
Damn.
But I might as well open up options contracts on my equity curve. But
yeah, seriously.
But this is human behavior, and that's the point I want to get across here. This is not like when we see these setups. This isn't specially used for the SPY. This right here is overall market auction. This is numbers.
You'll see this on soybean futures,
dude.
Crypto.
Listen,
everything.
We have at work, dude. At work, we have a demonstration of how many antennas we've gotten out in the last 6 months, and you see this setup.
Yeah,
I'm talking on
the other day we were walking around and his eyes are just magneted to the candles on the chart.
Well,
break and retest.
Yeah, I literally had to set up a TV for the production line demonstrating our output of antennas this week, right? Because we work for a manufacturing team that manufactures 5G antennas, and literally this is what we see on our output. And obviously it was to the upside, but still. Because they're not going to post that. They're not going to post that shit.
No.
But soybean market, gold, futures, doesn't matter. Antennas, doesn't matter. Equity curve, this setup pops up. This is what we call our edge. And in reality, it's our ability to identify whatever's going on here, which is just human behavior, and trading it. And that
this is the setup that, like, when I first looked into chart patterns, it's a zigzag, right?
Yes.
It goes down, up, down, up, down. And I remember seeing a video on it, and I'm like, nah, that's not a chart pattern. That's just zigzag in price action.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
I was just like, it's too easy, you know? Trading's got to be way more complicated than that. I need a complicated chart pattern to believe it. But, like, the reason was I didn't understand the psychology behind it. And once you understand the psychology behind it, it unlocks a whole new meaning for it.
Exactly.
Like, it can be as simple as it wants. All I need to know is that there's psychology behind it.
Is why.
I love this strategy.
Yep. And
if you can just be patient and wait for that trade every day, you kill it.
You be rich.
Just wait for that setup.
Yep.
And that's literally what I've been doing, Todd. Because now check it out. I took this trade long, got stomped out, right? Sells off. Now, our ability to identify this setup works both ways, right? Because now on a larger time frame, we're breaking through a critical level and we're coming up for the retest. So, according to our strategy, this should head down to here. Now, hold on real quick. I just want to make a nice demonstration here. So according to the break and retest, we should get a move to the downside. But if we don't, now I must switch my mentality and perception into bullish. Because this is the confirmation to a bearish price action continuation, right? But if this doesn't hold, this candle right here is what we call critical point analysis, because this buyer changed the whole momentum of the day.
Yeah.
This guy,
big money
said, nope, I want this. I want X amount of shares, and I'm going to hold this down. And that's literally what happened. So based on the fact that this didn't work, it still holds value. It's still valuable because this strategy is so, it's just got so much strength and weight that even when it doesn't work, it provides value because now it must be bullish. If sellers aren't strong here.
It didn't reject. Instead of rejecting, it formed a bear flag.
Exactly.
Bull flag. And
yes. So this right here is what I want us, every trader to be able to do, because this right here is literally the epitome of identifying and adapting to market conditions and getting paid from it, right? Is going, hey, this chart pattern didn't work, so this must be bullish. This right here is when buyers' beliefs have now been reinforced. So that's how I want to. Yeah, that's how I want to end it, guys. Right there, being patient, waiting for this chart pattern. And guys, for anyone out there listening and watching this, if you had a rough week last week, you're not the only one, right? Don't let your losers define you, right? Be defined by your ability to continuously attack this market and get better. Right? I'm speaking on myself. I had a bad trade last week. Didn't let it bother me. Came back strong. And, becoming consistent is getting rid of those large losers and just keep learning, keep putting in work, get involved, Discord, everything we offer. And on that, guys, I will see you next week. Everybody have a really good weekend.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.